Somebody brought this Beware Mouse video to my attention. In addition to having horrible resolution, who can read this garbage? Like, are you recording this on a potato? Bad resolution, poor legal reasoning. I believe this is in reference to the conversation we were having over 18 U.S.C. 242, where he made the assertion that anybody can bring criminal charges against somebody. It doesn't have to be the government for violation of 18 U.S.C. 242. Notice that the potential penalty for violating 18 U.S.C. 242 is 10 years in prison. If there are aggravating circumstances, then it could be a capital crime. Notice the Fifth Amendment says no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous, meaning felony, crime unless on presentment or indictment of a grand jury. And by felony, I mean a felony of more than 1 year. Keep those in mind. This is Rule 7. Rule 7 says felonies, an offense other than criminal contempt, must be prosecuted by an indictment if it is punishable by death or by imprisonment for more than 1 year. Now, they can waive it under this portion, but they don't have to. And the indictment or information must be a plain, concise, and definite written statement of the essential facts constituting the offense charged and must be signed by an attorney for the government. It must be presented to a grand jury, etc., etc. That's not something a person can do. But he says, he brings up the complaint, and he says anybody can file a complaint. Sorta. The complaint is a written statement of the essential facts constituting the offense charged. There has to be an offense charged. You can't bring charges. You can make a complaint, yes, but you can't bring charges. And it has to be made under oath before a magistrate judge, or if none is reasonably available, before a state or local judicial officer. Now, you can't just waltz in front of a judge and get him to sign your complaint. Let's look at the complaint. This is the official complaint form. This is uscourts.gov. Cites default files, A091 PDF. This is the criminal complaint. U.S. District Court. It's the United States of America versus whoever the defendant is going to be. And you'll notice there is a spot for a case number. You may say, well, I don't have a case number. That's because you're not a U.S. attorney. If you were a U.S. attorney, you would start a case number, and that would go in here. And that is a requirement. You have to fill that out. It is not a complete document without all these little things filled out. Now, anybody can fill out the complaint form. It's based on these facts. You fill in the facts, you sign your name, you print your name and your title, and then the judge signs it. So anybody can fill this out. Typically, it's going to be the arresting officer or somebody like that, somebody who's seen it, has actual firsthand knowledge, etc., etc. Now, of particular interest in this is that it is the United States of America is the aggrieved party. They are the prosecuting party, United States of America versus the defendant. And what is this law? Oh my, this law right here. 28 U.S.C. 516, conduct of litigation reserved to the Department of Justice. Except as otherwise authorized by law, the conduct of litigation in which the United States, an agency or officer thereof, is a party or is interested in securing evidence, therefore, is reserved to the officers of the Department of Justice under the direction of the Attorney General. It is reserved to the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice is who conducts litigation. That includes the complaint, that includes the indictment, that includes bringing charges. The rules, the federal rules of criminal procedure are not law, but they are incorporated into law. The way it works is in 18 U.S.C., all these things, well, some of these things have just say rule, like here, motions, rule, and then it says form and contents, rule 47, motion substitute for pleas and abatement, and special pleas and bar, rule 12. It's just referencing the federal rules of criminal procedure. So this is law, and this is law because it's incorporated into 18 U.S.C. rules or 18 U.S.C. statutes. So there you go. So beware mouse, once again, you are wrong. You are terribly wrong. You are completely wrong. You should feel bad for the misinformation you're spreading. Other than that, have a great day.